Today's topic is one that affects all of us: relationships and psychology. Whether it's friendships, romantic partners, or family connections, psychology plays a huge role in how we connect with each other, how we fight, and even how we show love. Let's break this down step by step. Why psychology matters in relationships. Relationships aren't just about emotions, they're also about patterns, habits, and the way our brains work. Think about it. Every relationship has highs and lows. Sometimes things feel effortless, and other times it feels like you're speaking two different languages. Psychology helps us understand why that happens. For example, why do we get attracted to certain people? Why do arguments often repeat in cycles? Why does communication break down? The answers lie in psychology. And when you understand the basics, you can build stronger, healthier, and happier relationships. The role of attachment styles. One of the biggest psychological concepts in relationships is attachment theory. It basically says the way we bonded with our parents or caregivers as children affects how we connect with people as adults. There are four main attachment styles. Secure attachment. You're comfortable with closeness and independence. You trust people. Anxious attachment. You crave closeness but worry about being abandoned. Avoidant attachment. You value independence so much that intimacy sometimes feels uncomfortable. Fearful avoidant. A mix of wanting love but being scared of getting hurt. Knowing your style and your partner's style can explain so much about how you act in relationships. And the good news? These patterns can be changed with self-awareness and effort. Communication. The heart of every relationship. If attachment is the foundation, then communication is the bridge. Most relationships don't fail because of a lack of love. They fail because of a lack of communication. Here are some common psychological traps people fall into. Mind reading. Assuming your partner knows what you need without saying it. Criticism. Attacking the person instead of addressing the problem. Stonewalling. Shutting down instead of talking it out. Psychologists say that good communication is about using I statements instead of you statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I'm talking." It may sound simple, but this small shift reduces defensiveness and opens the door to understanding. The psychology of love languages. Another interesting concept is love languages, introduced by Dr. Gary Chapman. The idea is that we all give and receive love in different ways. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, I love you, compliments, kind words, quality time, giving undivided attention, acts of service, doing helpful things for each other, physical touch, hugs, hand-holding, closeness, gifts, thoughtful presence, big or small. Problems often happen when two people speak different love languages. For example, if you value quality time, but your partner mainly shows love by giving gifts, you might feel unloved, even though they're trying. Knowing your love language and your partner's can completely transform the way you connect. Conflict and the psychology of arguments. Every relationship has conflict. It's normal. But what matters is how you handle it. Psychologists have found that happy couples don't avoid conflict. They just fight differently. Instead of trying to win the argument, they try to understand each other. A few key psychological tips. Pause before reacting. Strong emotions can cloud logic. Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Actually hear what's being said. Focus on the issue, not the person. It's, "This behavior upset me," not "You're a bad person." Healthy conflict leads to growth. Unhealthy conflict leads to distance. The role of boundaries. Another psychological factor in relationships is boundaries. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about protecting your mental and emotional health. For example, saying no when you need rest, asking for space when you feel overwhelmed, setting limits on what behaviors you will or won't accept. Without boundaries, resentment builds up. With boundaries, relationships stay balanced and respectful. The power of self-awareness. Here's something important. Relationships aren't just about fixing the other person. They're also about understanding yourself. Self-awareness is key. Why do certain behaviors trigger you? Why do you react the way you do in arguments? What beliefs or past experiences are shaping your expectations? Psychology teaches us that when you know yourself, you show up healthier in your relationships. You become less reactive, more understanding, and more capable of love. Practical tips for healthier relationships. Let's make this practical. Here are some simple steps you can apply today. Practice gratitude. Tell your partner or friend one thing you appreciate about them every day. Schedule quality time. Life gets busy, but relationships grow when you give them attention. Apologize and forgive. Nobody's perfect. Owning mistakes and letting go of grudges keeps love alive. Relationships are a mix of love, effort, and psychology. When you understand the psychology, things like attachment styles, communication patterns, and love languages, you gain the tools to build healthier and happier connections. Remember, healthy relationships aren't about perfection, they're about awareness, respect, and growth.